Okay, give me a second to set everything up, guys. I just want to get my... I should have done this in a minute ago, but I let's get my mind until now. Uh, there we go. I should have done... Mute that. Okay, that should be good. Alright, sorry for that. Hey guys, welcome back to my Bloodborne Let's Play. It's MRG here with episode 7 of my Bloodborne Let's Play. I think I just repeated myself 3 times there, so I'm sorry. In the last episode we took down Vicar Amelia, which I think Vicar means something related to a church. I have no idea. Let me look it up real quick. What does Vicar mean?
Vicar means, in the Roman Catholic Church, a representative or deputy of a bishop.
So they're a bishop. Or a representative of a bishop. Okay. I thought vicar was just like a word this game made up and it meant like what that monster we fought was. How Amelia turned into the giant scourge beast. I thought that's what a vicar was. I didn't know it was anything to do with the church until I heard something about it in another video and, well, yeah. Just Anyway, now that we defeated her, we can do a few things. We can progress the time period of the game, because when you touch the skull, it changes it from midday, like late day, to night, and I don't want to do that quite yet. We're gonna go to a few optional areas first, starting off with the Hemrick Journal, I guess? The Hemrick Lane. So I'll go to the Grand Cathedral where we fought Vicar, and you're gonna take, I believe you're gonna take a right when you exit the door. There are 2 shortcuts you can take, but I think we want to go on the right one. So we'll do that real quick. Kill that guy. Poorly, may I add. And I think we just ignore this bozo. Ow. God. Ooh. Yeah, it's gonna stop pulling us. Those guys are really sluggish. So the area we're going to is completely optional, and to be honest, it's not that bad of an area, other than like the beginning part. The beginning part. There we go. Sorry, let me adjust my positioning of myself. The beginning part could be tough, but once you get to like the midway point, it isn't that bad. I think this is the right way. I'll know in a moment when we get to the open area. I think it is, because I remember the other way being 200s. Yeah, this is the right way. So this area could be a little bit tough. There are some new enemies here, including the hunting dogs, which have like these blades sticking out. They could be really, really mean, so be cautious, I guess. I should have got some Molotovs, but I screwed up. This area is full with riflemen, so be very cautious, and they're usually behind trees and stuff. There's a few right there. There's one guy, I don't think you can really see him, but like on the top of my head, there's one guy right over there, I think. That's one. Yeah, that's one. There's a guy right over here. They're not in random places, so, you know, if you know where they are, you'll be fine. I am surprised that missed by like an inch. So there's another dude right there. So use the trees to your advantage, because you don't want to be grouped up on by these dudes. This area has some really good items you're going to want to loot too, so kill all the enemies and then go for the loot hunting. Trust me, that makes things very easy. Which part is it? There's one where there's 3 rifle dudes hanging around a tree. 4, actually. Shit. We'll deal with that momentarily. I just want to wrap around here so I have, like, a tree as a shield. These things could pretty much 2-shot you. These guys are tougher than the other ones we fought earlier. Which is why I wanted to get Molotovs, because you can use them and they do a lot of damage to these dudes. Ha, I'm behind a tree. What are you gonna do now, bitch? Apparently that guy from the distance is gonna shoot me. I'm gonna back off right here and wait till the aggro. Thank God for old non-armor piercing technology. Oh shit, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm fucked. No, I'm not. Jesus Christ! It's like playing Hollow Knight all over again. I can't heal. I've been playing Hollow Knight lately. Good game. I don't want to talk about too much of it because talking about one game in a different game is kind of dumb, I guess. But I like it a lot. Hollow Knight's a fantastic game. I just finished off the Mantis Lords. I think that's the name. Really good boss fight. Really challenging boss fight, but really fun boss fight when you realize, remember all their patterns. So yeah, for those who are curious, this isn't like a crazy challenge run. I'm just doing a casual playthrough. I do plan on doing like collectible stuff eventually. Well, I kind of am with like NPCs and characters and stuff, but besides that, like, I'm not trying to get like every single item, but I will show you guys where to get like every single weapon at some point. So don't worry about that. You do find a lot of them in the world. There's a few that you don't, but I'll get to those a little bit later, so don't worry about that. I don't think you could really miss out on any of those anyway. There's one specific item I do want to get that you can, but it should be fine. Honestly, I thought I was safe a moment ago, so that's why I was like, I didn't mind healing in mid-spot, but I didn't know there's the other guy in the distance shooting me. So we'll save that group of dudes for later. How dare you, sir? The worst thing you can do is run up to a rifle dude and dodge, because dodging does double damage. And as you can see, the gunshot did less damage. The closer you are, the more damage it's going to do. So just bait the dogs and kill them, and don't worry about the rifle guys. The rifle guys, honestly, at a distance don't do much, but up close they'll kick your butt. Especially that quartet right there. I think that's the word. Quintet. I think quintet is the word, actually. Sorry, not quartet. I don't know why I said that. Let's get behind a tree so I don't get shot when I heal up. Okie, let's go. I would have to say of this area we're going to, this is the hardest section. These rifle guys can be a pain in the ass. Besides that, though, it's not that bad of a section, to be honest, once you get down there, because this is the only area with these rifle dudes. Just at the beginning, and then the rest of it gets pretty simple. Twinstone blood shards. Plus, this area is an excellent way to get twinstones, which is pretty damn helpful. So yeah, once you realize their locations, honestly, this area becomes a piece of cake. I just got pretty unlucky with my placement a moment ago, so I apologize for that. Ah, so there is a guy that's not just a gunman. Okay. And explosive stuff. There's things you forget about in each game, so... How dare you do that, sir? Sir? Oh. That dude's been standing there the whole time, just like, not even giving a shit. Very good area for Quicksilver. Like, when you're leveled up more in the leveled up later, like this area, you could come here and grind away, but I personally don't really like doing that myself, but to each their own. Alright, so now we got these dudes to deal with. I think there's only 3 of them this time though, so that dude has my fucking blood echoes. Peculiar. Yes. That's a pebble. I misclicked because I'm used to freaking Hollow Knight. I kind of thought Silk Song was going to be a DLC, but it's actually going to be a full-on sequel, which is really cool. The upcoming Hollow Knight game. Pretty interested in that. One more ash. These dudes are like hungry. Guys, this is a rated M game, I guess, but like that's gonna YouTube ain't gonna like that. Okay. And that dude is like that guy from Ocarina of Time who's like humping a rock. Yeah, once you realize what that guy's doing to the rock, you can't unsee. It's hilarious. I'm not good with names, but he's like in the first beginning town of the game where you're still in the Kakariko village and just like started the game, and you'll see the guy like trying to pick up a rock, and it just looks like he's humping the rock really hard. It's funny. Especially when you have a weird mind like mine. Unless we already got, I swear there's one more item that we could grab here. But I don't want to waste time, so we're going to move on. There's a lantern coming up, so we don't have to go through this area pretty much ever again. And these enemies do literally nothing. Oh shit, there's more. Okay, never mind. That was the last pair of enemies. Right through this gate, I think there's a lantern. I remember, if I remember correctly. Okay, my computer keeps like kind of shutting off. I need to fix that. I think it's battery save mode, and I just don't want that to happen every time. So I'll do that off episode. So welcome to the actual Himwick, sorry. This area could be a little bit tough, but honestly, it's not that bad. Before we start, there's actually one enemy in this area that we won't actually see. It is called the Mad One, and I believe to encounter one, you need to have like 15 plus insight. They are like these tall shadow dudes that have like sickles as weapons, and I really like how much HP they have. They have 666 HP, which makes sense because those dudes are the fucking devil. As for these ladies are enemies. They are the Grave Women. They are called Grave Women, I guess. And each one has around 200 HP. And they drop a lot of blood echoes. There's quite a few of them, but to be honest, they are not that bad. They're not that bad. The only one I really worry about is one we'll see in a minute. None of these ones are really the ones I'm worried about. But yeah, this place is a really good spot for farming blood echoes. I'm surprised I took no fire damage right there. That's the one you worry about, the one with the pokey stick. These things could be pretty mean. Pole iron, I guess, but pokey stick is funnier, so I'm gonna call it the pokey stick. I believe this is the only area with one of those hunting dogs, and there's one a little bit later, but those guys are like completely optional, so you don't have to worry about them. Item right here. Right over here is a shortcut. Like, you don't drop down there, there's an elevator right there you get later, so don't worry about that.
The graveyard murmurs. Then it's almost time.
How much time do we got?
Oh, I can't wait. I just can't wait.
Ew. This guy's just like a random NPC, doesn't really do much, so don't really worry about him. I don't think he gives you any items either, so unless if I'm wrong, like, which I probably am, like, don't worry about him. Up give me a second, It's technically like a Roomba, but like I have a debot Roomba type thing, and I don't want it to make sounds the whole time, so I'm gonna turn it off real quick. I forgot it is 10 a.m. That's when it's said turn on. Don't worry, I'll turn it back on later. I think it's up here where there's that one lady that throws down Molotovs at you. There's the hunting dog. Got my HP back. Yeah, these enemies, these grave women, I really hate that name, by the way, because it's grave woman, but there's more than one, so it's like grave women. I don't know. They're not that bad. To be honest, you could just stagger them. That's another one you need to worry about is the giant hammer one. So you could stagger you pretty easily. Had a nice fall. Speaking of fall, it's actually the first day of fall right now, so that works. Summer's officially over, although that's not really meaning much considering tomorrow is going to be like the hottest day of the year so far. Yeah, first day of autumn, fall, whatever you prefer. I prefer calling it fall, but it doesn't really matter. That's just a side tangent I shouldn't really go on. Another brick troll, easy to stagger, so it's not gonna be... Dude! I just like how long that took trying to get there. I mean, I know this game is 30 frames, but like, oh! Whoa! Okay. Grave Warden up there. Not Grave Warden, sorry, that's an enemy from Dark Souls 3. One of those Gravekeepers. I'm gonna call them Gravekeepers because that's just easier to say, and I don't think there's an enemy with that name here, so Gravekeeper works perfectly fine. Bring it on, bitch! Sorry, I have the mind of like a 5-year-old, so... The sad part is, it's kind of true. No, just kidding, and it's not... I don't want to make that kind of joke. I'm sorry. Is there an item over here? Oh, there isn't. It seems like a good spot for one, at least. Although... Suck on dim. Balls. I don't know. Next shortcut we get, I'm heading back so I can spin a few blood echoes. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. And I think, speaking of shortcut, there's the shortcut right there. Right next to all these crows, which I massacred. Which it's kind of funny considering the name of a group of crows is actually called Murder, so I murdered a murder of crows. Nice little shortcut. This is gonna cut a lot out of backtracking. And we'll keep going. I got the shortcut, so if I do die somehow, I have a good way to get back. I do, however, want to get back when... Probably next shortcut, which is coming up, so... Be careful around this section, because there's a cliff that you could easily roll off of! How dare you use a pokey stick on me? Sometimes, there's a brick troll right over there across that little bridge. Oh. That increases the power of your Quicksilver, which is going to be very useful coming up later for me. You can get lucky and this brick troll could fall off the edge. I just rolled that bitch, but okay. Lady, stop throwing shit at me. I'm going to turn on my hand lantern, boop, and in here there will be another hunting dog behind one of these, or no, there's two characters, two enemies. Dead horse. Luckily for you, there's no zombie horse enemy in this game, at least not yet. There's a DLC enemy that's kind of a zombie horse, but we'll do that later. That's the hunting dog I was talking about. That's it? There's only one enemy? I thought there was... I guess there is two enemies. I thought there was two, one of those... one of those grave keeper guys, gals. Sorry for that. Got a text, I needed to read it. We'll go over this way for now. Oh, another Wandering Knight. Nice. They have like They have a lot of resistances, heavy resistances. So they take a few hits, but they don't have a lot of HP. They're just really bulky when it comes to physical damage. And if you guys forget, those enemies do not respawn. They are one-time kill enemies that drop a few blood gems. And here's the guy with a gun. A dead guy with a gun. It's kill or be killed, guys. That's what kind of game this is. So, you take offense to me killing a guy in a wheelchair, the guy would have shot me dead anyway. So. Sometimes I just drop down and climb back up, but to save time, I'm just gonna walk normally. I love this area. Nice view of the big-ass lake. And for me, this would have been a good area for an item. Because sometimes you don't look over there, you just gloss over it. Over here is, I think, a hammer lady, a hammer warden. Yep. Wow. Nice. Not gonna lie, that was a nice attack. Don't really need this anymore. Looks like you're about to walk off the edge. Aw, freaking roof stopped her from falling off. We got another shortcut coming up. Bring it on, big boy. That was bad. Okay, I whipped hardcore right here. Oh shit, hunting dog. I always forget how many of you are in this section. Oof, I felt some clinching going on right there. That was bad. That could have been bad, I mean, also we're so close to another shortcut. Like, that would have been terrible if I died right there. F, man. And here's an ambush.
Go and die!
That was bad. Again. Not as bad as that situation just happened, but I remember there being a lady dropping down right here, but I guess I'm remembering another area later. But can you just imagine one of those ladies just like hanging on the roof like Spider-Man, just like waiting for someone to come by like any second now. Any second now. Crack this open. Those are some executioners. These ones are a little tougher. Enemies. Executioners, these guys have 350 HP and drop a lot of blood echoes. I could deal with one pretty easily, so I wouldn't mind taking one on right now to show you guys how many blood echoes these guys drop, because in my opinion, this courtyard is my favorite section for grinding. So what you're going to do is bait a certain attack, one of the certain attacks. You could easily visceral, waiting for it, or get whipped hardcore twice. Okay, come on, game. While he's stuck on a tombstone, I'm gonna heal up twice. These guys also drop a lot of blood vials, and they're very common, so I don't mind using up quite a few of them in this situation. Wow, for once, dodging actually worked the way it should. It never works for me. Like, whenever I dodge and get slightly tapped by an enemy, I always get double damage. So yeah, 2,000 HP, plus a blood gem, which is going to be pretty cool. I don't want to see your crotch, dude. Come on, put that away. Put that thing away. Let's take out the other one so it doesn't harm us. There's a third one up there, but it won't really do anything until you go up that way. And that's the way we're going to be going in a moment for an optional boss fight. That always happens, but when you visceral, you get your HP back, so... So over this way, there's a lot of hunting dogs, but... Do you guys notice on the left of the screen with the axe gyrating? There's a couple hunting dogs. I want to see if I have some Molotovs. I should have a few, I think 2 of them. Okay. That should be good. A good group, a big group like this could be a pain in the butt, so... Throw a Molotov. Boop. Oh, fuck me! I'm not fighting multiple. I'm not fighting 3 of you. Fuck that. Frick. Oh, shit. I didn't... Is that one walking backwards? Unless you're like that spider from Dark Souls 2 that has a head on either side of its body, like... At least these guys are a decent source. That guy got carried. At least these guys are a decent source of crystals, or shards, I mean, sorry. Was that all of them? Because I don't see one. Okay. No, it wasn't. There's another one right there. Alright, grab this item. And this next one is kind of finicky. Like, you could fall off and die, but if you're careful enough, you should be fine. I hate this placement, too. So what that is, it's an item we'll talk about a little bit later. We're actually going to get access to that ability to use that very soon. But I have no use for it currently. You need a certain item and you get that really soon. Another... Oh my gosh. But before we do anything, I'm going to be going back to the Hunter's Dream real quick. What's the current game time here? Okay, so I wanted to do the same episode, but I think I'm going to split this up. I'm doing another episode today, don't worry. I didn't do an episode Friday like I wanted to because just shit happened and I didn't really want to record, I guess. So there will be another episode today. I will be doing... I don't know, should I? I mean, it's only like a few moments to get back, but I'm going to be spending a little bit of time at Hunter's Dream. You know, screw it. We'll do a long episode. I didn't do any videos Friday, so this will be like a 40-minute episode. The bosses kind of spoiled it. The boss isn't that hard. It's one of the easiest bosses in this game, so we don't have to worry about that. And as you can see, we have another tombstone unlocked. So let's pop all these. So I'm gonna fortify. Yeah, we'll upgrade this once just to get that up in damage. I could do it again. Yeah. Should I? I don't really get the other gym slot unlocked for it, but twin blood shards are going to be a little bit uncommon coming up for a while, so yeah, why not? We'll do that. We'll get a second upgrade for it. This isn't going to be like one of my final weapons in the game, but +5 is pretty good, and it will help me during the boss, so. Plus, we got some new blood gems, so I want to see if any of those. Oh! I mean, we have the rally potential in this, but this just gives us a little more damage, and I want that. So nothing solid. Thrust damage. We'll stick with what we got. Now we should have quite a few for leveling up.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me.
We got 3 levels. Pretty good. Let's go 2 in scale and then 1 more in vitality, since I'm mostly just going to be attacking with my weapon and not really using my gun right now. But once we get this up to 25, I'm going to start putting a little more in blood tinge just to get that up. And sorry, I don't know why I always do that. I always default to using that back dodge attack. Not attack, but you know what I mean. And it's not going to be very useful, but I'm going to buy 10 of these. I just like having these on hand. So, yeah, let's head back. 1 blood echo. So yeah, this boss is like super easy. If you have like 15 insight, it can be a little bit tough, but other than that, it shouldn't be that terrible. And this is an optional area. Like, this boss is completely optional. You don't even need to fight it. I'm trying to see if what I'm talking about it having 15 insight means anything. Oh shit. Okay. I'm wrong. So, it's not 15 insight. That's, I think, for the base, the mad ones that are in the overworld. If you have at least 1 insight, they will be able to summon summon the mad ones into the fight. And I was gonna sell the insight at the fountain, but I just remembered once you enter it, you get 1 no matter what. So either way, you're pretty much screwed when it comes to that. But they're not that bad. We could deal with them. They're not at all terrible. So we're good. Sorry for that waste of time. I kind of forgot. So, yeah. Just run through this. I don't think these ladies really follow you at all, so once you get to the elevator, you're pretty much... Damn! This one followed. That was a disaster. Whoa! My cloak is like glitching out there. Hit that, so when we're down there, we can run here immediately, not really worry about it anyway. Oh, this is the wrong one, isn't it? We goofed. Nah. wait to see if this lady follows us. I guess not. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna have to deal with these executioners. I don't want them following me. These guys get tracked yet pretty easily, so I am going to fight them. I'll fight this guy first because he's kind of easier. Bro. Really, game? Yeah, when you're close, they headbutt. That's their grab attack. They basically grab you and, like, shave your fucking head off with their axe. Plus side to this, those hunting dogs, they do nothing. Like, unless if you step close to them, unless if you, like, directly go up to them, they're not gonna bother you. Even though they're, like, directly looking at you, they don't do shit. So let's head up here and fight the boss. Gonna be a lengthy episode, so I apologize for that. I wanted to make this a bit shorter, but forgot that farm section existed. So, and here is another executioner guarding a chest. So let's kick his ass. And when I say kick your ass, I mean kick your ass. I know it's weird using a iframes for the win, motherfucker. Sorry. I love that. Okay. There's only 3 of those ladies, so don't have to worry about that. Go to Blood Gym, which is a triangle shape. We don't have anything we can use for that, which kind of sucks, but regardless. Okay, so the Witches of Himwick. I guess it's technically a 2-phase fight, but basically the first phase you're fighting one of these weird little old lady things with turtle shells on their back. They go invisible, and you basically have to find them. They're usually in one of the corners of the arena, which the arena is kind of just a small rectangular shaped arena with like a weird broken bridge in the middle. From time to time they summon mad ones, which are, well, you'll see in a moment. The ones they summon specifically are actually a little weaker than the ones that are in the overworld if you have a certain amount of insight. They only have like 500, a little over 500 HP, and don't have any blood echoes with them, so you can't just like walk around and grind away at all. Once you defeat one of them, another one will pop up, and you would have to deal with that. Luckily, though, both of them are basically on the field at the same time, so you could actually find one without realizing it and do damage to it. And then by the time you get to kill one of them, the other one's already going to have little to no HP, so it's just going to be a few more hits. They can revive each other, so if you wait too long, you're screwed. And I believe once both of them pop up, it can be a little dangerous because they have a spell that locks you in place for several seconds, and the mad ones could easily just kick your butt, so be very careful. Let's get into this. See, broken bridge, rectangular arena. Let's head out. Let's do this. So, basic strategy is you walk around in a circle, oval shape. You can actually backstab them, which I'm going to show you. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Next time I run into one. Yes, that's what a mad one looks like. They're really cool enemies, but like you never see them except for this boss fight. Because this is like the only area in the game they spawn is in the Himwick Flame. I recommend killing them because it just makes things a lot easier in this boss fight when you're not being followed by multiple of these dudes. They can be a pain in the butt too, so yeah. Okay, can I kill one and have it stay dead instead of one being respawned? I guess not. I guess not. That's impossible. Yeah, so see, this one isn't doing any health damage. I'm sorry, but how wasn't that a visceral? This game. I'm just getting out of there. I don't want to deal with. So I think in this phase they have an AoE attack that could kind of do some damage, but other than that, it's... That's the spell! That's the spell that could lock you in place. It's bad. So be very careful. I forget the what they do when they're about to use that AoE attack, but it's normally very close range. You have to be right next to it for it to affect you. It's not just like at any area. That one's pretty much guarded. Juke ya, huh, motherfucker? Nope. Okay, you can let go now. Thank you. Have a nice day. Oh. I'm gonna die to one of the easiest bosses in this game because fuck you reasons. Thank you very much for gouging my brain out. Or back off, not let go. Where are you, you little bitch? I want to find it before she spawns the other one. Or revives. Oh, I know where she is. Never mind. And then when you kill both of them, I think the other mad ones die. Get whatever that was. A lantern, and then down here is another boss. No, just kidding. It's an item that I've been waiting to get. It's weird that this is like in a completely missable area, but the Ruin Workshop tool. So, there's like a little... Where is it? There's like a little tick right there. Huh. And, they give a lot of blood echoes, even though it's honestly one of the easier bosses. I had a little bit of trouble there, but I just got a little unlucky, that's all. With the new rune tool, I'll show you guys what it does very well, real quick. When we got that lake item back right before the boss fight, it pretty much are passive buffs, memory slots. You get 3 and then 1 oath memory, which is kind of like you get these for covenants in the game. So I'm going to quit the lake one because it's the only one we have, and there's some really good ones we get later, so it's very worth your time getting that as soon as you can. So, yeah, that was the Hemrick Lane. That's the whole area, too. So we finished that in one episode. Yeah, it took a long time, but it was worth doing that. That's not going to be the same deal with the next area. The next area is going to be a little bit longer, so it's probably going to be a 2 episode thing. But hey, this kind of breaks the chain of a boss being every other episode, right? So, in the next episode, I'm gonna be doing Old Yarnum, finally, which is a pretty cool area, pretty interesting area, a little bit challenging, but other than that, pretty cool. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. I want to probably grab a bite to eat real quick, and I'll be back probably around 30 minutes. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys then.